Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, and the first thing you do is check your phone. When you look at your bank account, it's not just the usual number you see. There are millions sitting in there. It sounds too good to be true, right? A dream, maybe? But what if I told you that this dream could become your reality? And the only thing standing between you and those millions is your imagination. Sounds crazy. Stick with me, because today we're about to dive into a powerful idea that has been quietly transforming the lives of ordinary people. It's something that starts not with luck, hard work, or special circumstances, but with how you think. We're talking about Neville Goddard's law of assumption, and it might just change the way you look at your entire financial future. Welcome to Power of Thought. If you're new here, we explore the world of manifestation, personal development, and the power of the mind. Today's topic could be the game changer you've been waiting for. We're diving deep into Neville Goddard's law of assumption, a concept that has been credited with helping countless people manifest not just wealth, but the lives of their dreams. Now, I know this might sound like another get-rich-quick idea, but let me assure you, this is not about luck, magic, or some overnight trick. This is about understanding the deepest power you already possess, your mind and the assumptions it holds. So if you're ready to challenge everything you've ever believed about wealth, stick with me until the end, because this concept could very well be the key to unlocking the abundance you've been searching for. Let's be real for a moment. How many times have you looked at your bank account, only to feel that sinking pit in your stomach? Or maybe you've stayed up at night, anxious over how you'll pay that next bill, make rent, or cover your debt. These feelings of lack, stress, and worry are far too familiar for most of us. And here's the thing. As long as you keep focusing on what's missing, that is exactly what you're going to continue to experience. Why is that? According to the law of assumption, your thoughts and assumptions don't just reflect your reality. They create it. If you're constantly focusing on what you don't have, on your current lack of money, you're reinforcing the belief that this is all you can expect from life. It's like sending a signal to the universe, telling it, "This is my reality. I have these financial struggles, and this is where I'm stuck." But here's the tricky part. The more you focus on that lack, the more you unknowingly give power to it. It's like you're shining a giant spotlight on what you don't want, and the universe responds by giving you more of it. You might work harder, take on extra jobs, hustle more hours, but if your mind is still locked into the idea of scarcity, you're likely to stay in the same place, financially speaking. Now let's flip that on its head. Neville Goddard's law of assumption tells us that what you assume to be true is what will manifest in your life. Your beliefs, assumptions, and thoughts are not passive, they are creative forces. So when you assume something is true, whether it's about money, relationships, or any aspect of your life, you are actively shaping your reality. Think about it. What kinds of assumptions do you hold about money right now? Maybe you believe that money is hard to come by. Or only certain people get rich. Or even, I'm just not someone who's meant to have a lot of money. These assumptions are doing more than just shaping your perspective. They are actively creating your financial reality. And here's the exciting part. If negative assumptions can create a negative financial situation, then positive assumptions can create a positive one. That means you have the power, right now, to start assuming something different, something better. Imagine what would happen if you assumed that money flows to you easily, that you're a magnet for wealth, or that financial abundance is your natural state. According to the law of assumption, by genuinely believing these things, your outer reality will begin to reflect them. But how do we put this into practice? Here's where your imagination comes into play. Neville Goddard believed that your imagination is one of the most powerful tools you have. In fact, he called it the preview of life's coming attractions. When you vividly imagine something, your brain reacts as though it's already happening. This is crucial because your subconscious mind, which controls much of your behavior, doesn't know the difference between what's vividly imagined and what's real. Let's do a quick exercise to show you how powerful your imagination really is. Close your eyes and imagine biting into a juicy lemon. Picture its bright yellow color, feel its texture in your hands, and now take a bite. Can you taste the tartness? Did your mouth start watering just thinking about it? This is the power of your imagination at work. And this is what makes the law of assumption so potent. When you imagine your desired reality in vivid detail, your brain and body start to react as if it's already happening. The key here is not just to visualize, but to feel what it would be like to live that reality. So, if you want to become wealthy, instead of obsessing over your current financial situation, start imagining yourself as already wealthy. See yourself checking your bank account and seeing the millions in it. Feel the sense of freedom and security. Imagine yourself walking, talking, and making decisions as someone who already has more than enough. Let's break down exactly how to apply the law of assumption to attract wealth into your life. This isn't just about theory, it's about action. Step 1. Choose your desired reality. The first step is to get crystal clear on what you want. The more specific, the better. Don't just say, "I want to be rich." That's too vague. Instead, paint a vivid picture of your ideal wealthy life. How much money do you have in your bank account? What kind of house do you live in? What car do you drive? What does your day look like? For example, instead of, "I want to be rich," try, "I have $10 million in my bank account." "I live in a stunning beachfront home in Malibu." "I drive a brand new Tesla Model S, and I spend my mornings surfing and my afternoons working on passion projects that generate even more wealth." The more specific you are, the easier it will be to imagine and feel this reality as if it's already true. Step 2. Create a mental movie. Once you've identified your desired reality, it's time to bring it to life in your mind. Close your eyes and create a mental movie where you are the star. See yourself living your dream life. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, feel, smell? For example, imagine waking up in your luxurious home, stepping out onto your balcony, and feeling the warm sun on your face. Picture yourself checking your bank account and seeing millions of dollars. Feel the excitement and joy of being able to support your family or contribute to causes that matter to you. Don't just do this once. Make it a daily practice. The more you engage in this mental movie, the more your mind will start to accept it as your new reality. Step 3. Feel it real. This is the most important step. It's not enough to just see your wealthy life. You need to feel it. As you imagine yourself living that life, allow yourself to feel the emotions that would come with it. Feel the joy, excitement, peace, and security that comes with financial freedom. Even if your current reality looks completely different, focus on generating the feeling of already having what you desire. This emotional component is key because, according to the law of assumption, it's the feeling that attracts your desires to you. Step 4. Live from that state. Now it's time to bring your imagined reality into your daily life. Start acting as though you're already wealthy. This doesn't mean spending money you don't have. It means adopting the mindset, confidence, and energy of a wealthy person. For example, a wealthy person is more likely to invest in themselves, look for opportunities to grow their wealth, or network with successful people. Start doing these things now. When you're faced with a decision, ask yourself, what would my wealthy self do in this situation? And then do that. This is where the law of assumption meets action. It's not just about thinking or imagining. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the wealthy version of yourself. At this point, you might be wondering, why does this work? How can just imagining and assuming something bring it into your reality? Here's the science behind it. Your brain is constantly filtering the information it receives from the world around you. It's impossible to process everything, so your mind uses something called the reticular activating system, RAS, to focus on what it believes is most important, what aligns with your beliefs and assumptions. When you start assuming and imagining wealth, your RAS begins to notice opportunities, ideas, and connections that align with that assumption. These opportunities were likely always there, but because you were focused on lack, you didn't see them. By shifting your assumptions, you're training your brain to focus on what will bring you wealth instead of what keeps you in scarcity. Now, I challenge you to take the first step. Start imagining your wealthy life today. Be specific, feel it, and live from that place of abundance. And remember, this isn't a one-time thing. It's a practice. The more consistently you do it, the more powerful it becomes. If you're ready to transform your financial reality and manifest the wealth you've always dreamed of, subscribe to Power of Thought for more insights on manifestation and the power of the mind. Let's build this abundant future together. In the comments below, tell me, what's one new assumption about money that you're going to start adopting today? Let's inspire each other to think bigger and bolder. If this video brought value to your life, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Until next time, remember, wealth starts in your mind, and with the law of assumption, anything is possible. See you in the next video.